Jumadiani ye bright adichiemunsem if I may kwamena some binding. Yeah, the parliament and the shasie and the debate here a course so fa article 97 and the home popoye IOG and in the age. In fact, debate was started by the minority leader, response by the majority leader, and of course other contributions from both sides of the house. Now, afofro so adwenche when the politicians no kasa will be an adwenche and baby a ojina enti. Yensa aka nyame adom Dr. Jonathan Asante or a political science lecturer at the University of Cape Coast and proceeding saying na osi ehwe no na etene saying that is the initial observations na you substantive issues no emo doc ye mo achemo akwaba edeba Bright FM 99.1 so ewo Kofodua
ya anya ba Joseph
yo da se no pay so wajib penny so ne betwetwe enkomo doc enra ne course so our parliament in an attempt say you be declare 4 seats vacant sa house hono and in response if the majority size by no in your observation, how did you see it in a course now who is saying your initial reaction towards what transpired on the floor of parliament?
Well, it is part of our democratic processes and the politics of the legislature. It's all part of it. I'm meeting kinds with you for your good self. The hand parliament will say you need to learn to sharpen your art of argument, your reasoning, and how to lobby. Abua, I'm a majoritarian ruler, majoritarian bully, so I conform. Nankabisa on said, a banner saying, Enna, a baby HMUko. Here and the Siama, independent. Nantempana, Munim Pepe said, we in free parliament, you cannot conduct a by-elections. But you maliciously wrote a petition to the Speaker of Parliament, where you need free, is not representing you in Parliament. And Speaker hurriedly wrote a cogent, judgment or ruling on that. I am a year and the question is, it has become a back and forth kind of thing. But when you pick and choose your principle, it means that you are very unprincipled. At that time, MPP had majority in parliament, so they didn't care throwing Mr. Siama under the bus. Now, besides, say, independent. Now MPP that's uncle for we because they are going against. You see, politics of lack of principle is what the MPP has been practicing for some period now, but it's a human institution, so they can easily rally around it. I didn't expect to say. So, for example, imagine say, because of sacrifice, imagine, Amapinika say, Siama, and Yadi obeti na ye juma. In some moment, Tomano. And I'm so when the majority group in I can understand them say, Omania primaries, I was coming up. All because they wanted to reinstate him as a member of the party. Remember, when you go independent and you are expelled from the party, it takes a certain number of years if you really want to come back. In Tinubu said, processes involved Mr. Chairman, the principal has been picking and choosing. And when it suits them, they say this, when it does not suit them, they say that. So tomorrow after this, there could be some years coming up. Others will want to go independent. And would you have the audacity to use the same constitution that says to say the person should be expelled? Can you use it against them? And when you use it against them, they will go to court, put injunction, and it becomes a problem for the party. I've always said, sir, what the Ushanika, what the Shamra, is not going to work. You must look at the processes so that The Lipa or Grandpa, the principle is so tight that you have to go by the principle. And that in itself will ensure that there is peace within the party and so on. That's what you see. The argument I will put forward, we will say, you can say, I'm saying, no, the ruling. So we are just waiting because some countries are, and then, and I'm ruling on the matter. Now, majority leader, what the kind of seeking injunction on it at the Supreme Court, and you are asking for it. So you are even running ahead of yourself. Into the other outcome, a speaker, like I said, or no cogent reasoning, yeah, speak about Professor Aaron Marco, and that it's felt in the face of Article 97, so this part. Then one will say, for your market, that would have meant that you don't have principle. And that when it suits you, that is how you want to go about it. Politics must be guided by principle. It must be guided by principle because, and then now you will not be there. So if you are not there, the same principle, based upon the circumstances of today, must equally work for all of us. And I'm running so the banner say, if you were Nimniasha, will minister yet, that Amrano will never last. So if what Professor Marco did in the past, the Article 97 of the Constitution is what it is there, then it means that if you a 9 3 NPP, 1 NBC, they cannot be in Parliament. It's as simple as that. But, and I make a say 2 things. Sanka MPP, you say, the family so you have numbers for majority. They would have thrown the 3 people under the bus. They would have thrown them under the bus. But because they said, who is Uncle for trainer? And then they will no longer be majority, become the minority group. That's the more reason why we took the car ahead of himself.
Say, Niawo Kanu Padia. Now that issue of principle, political parties must have principle. No, is it the same thing? And an speaker refer to any conclusion? No, ruling and run. Is it what he was referring to when he made comments like, when you plant evil, you harvest evil, and that do unto others as you wish to be done unto you, Nana?
Well, it's an opening for interpretation, but some kind of insinuation. Some people become very powerful within a political party, and they want to rub on the faces of all. I have information indicating that, and if I do not know more support, I will cook for Abreso no more. They have been thrown under the bus. They've been thrown under the bus. It's, that politics of convenience. And if somebody is against you, you kick against them and all those things. This is a lesson for all of them. Learn to argue. Convince your opponents. You may be within the same party. Tomorrow it becomes your opponent. Tomorrow you could still be in the same party. But use convincing superior arguments to win them back. Why has the party not been able to convince these 3 and the other one, NDC, not to go independent? And of course, processes are first one called for lucid primaries, And for which reason they feel say, well, go the corner. And in places, ultimately say you don't have that kind of majority numbers in such constituencies. At the end of the day, if you are not careful, your main opponent will sneak in.
Doc, now you tilt towards more of, say, as has been done per the provision of the Constitution, these 4 people must actually lose their seat. Is that right?
Certainly.
Okay. But we have provision also as a article no G no explicit per the argument of the saying majority no say it is not talking about future parliament, but it is talking about the running parliament in which the incident happened. Looks like if I cross carpet, I have crossed for the future parliament that is ahead and not the current one that is in. Minim your comment and your assertions on that.
So if that is the case, sir, Yeresiama, declares independence, was it not for the 8th parliament?
Yes, it was.
If that argument is cogent and logical, it's Yeresiama or declares independence. Independence now about contested for the 8th parliament, of which he's a member of parliament now. And he declared that when it was the 7th parliament. Why are you interpreting it this way now? So that's what I tell you, sir. Lack of principle on their part and lack of consistency. He says, processes of you losing your seat in parliament.
Yes.
8 to about 8. Now the G now workers. If he leaves the party of which he was a member at the time of his election to parliament. Now, he was a member at the time of his election to parliament, the Labour Party, MPP. To join another party, independent is a party because independent can no longer be MPP nor NDC. It's a party.
Yeah.
Or seeks to, that is the future, seeks to remain in parliament as an independent member. If he seeks to remain in parliament as an independent member, then he will lose that seat. Not only did he declare to go independent, for which is a forfeiture, but he wanted to remain in parliament. Now the party says, okay, I understand MPP somehow, some way. MPP say, they have not written, say, these people have been sacked from the party. So, you see the strategy, which is a good strategy. Which is a good strategy. But the point is that the constitution is superior to the party's constitution. The constitution is superior to the party's constitution.
And the MPP for no argument, second to what you just said, so is that it is they who invoked the article in the constitution. This one, nobody has invoked it from any party. It's just a statement that's being made on the floor for speaker's reaction.
On the issue of quorum, Justice Abdullah at the Supreme Court, he was not a member of parliament. But according to a busybody, but of course he's a citizen of the country. So he went to seek interpretation from the Supreme Court. And the party, and from my say, BBC NC, and I make it is a politics of convenience. You think, say, the party knowing very well, say, who is some question be running as an independent candidate, what you say, in the constituency, it will affect negatively the party, the chances of the party, as far as parliamentary elections, are concerned. It will affect them negatively. It will affect them negatively because, independent candidates from the same party, there will definitely be people from the very party are independent. Now, those people can even decide, say, party presidential candidates in they will vote for their independent member of parliament and will even vote against the
presidential.
Yes, they can do that. So it's definitely going to affect it. But the point is that this is a constitutional matter. So it has gone beyond MPP invoking their own constitutional provision as a party. So it is beyond them. And then America said, Afenyo should have waited for the speaker to rule today, whether for or against, then he could have taken the decision. The same is a speaker who really said, no, these people cannot be expelled. Maybe Professor Makukwe got it wrong, A, B, C, and D. But Sisiano, Onona said, this should not lead to expulsion or they losing their seats. What would that make as the majority leader? How would you look like? You look very stupid. Excuse my language. You will look very stupid because you jumped or ran ahead of yourself. You can watch it, let him rule. He rules. And it's not in your, it amounts to an interference in the workings of the legislature, which the two or the three, they are independent of each other. You cannot tackle the hand of the speaker from acting. And then the favor says tomorrow we would have created a monster out of this, situations. It doesn't augur well for the integrity of the Supreme Court. Yes, Anna, then there are people who will be reading political meanings into their interpretations and their rulings.
Doc, here that's it. Non county, you're trying for speakers ruling as we expect it to come tomorrow. Now, maybe we can continue with the discussion to improve the politics and democracy of our country. That's it.
You're welcome.
Dr. Jonathan